Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today, we've got another MLB slate we're going to be going over. It's only 7 games today, so I feel kind of free. It's a light slate, so we can go a little bit deeper in depth in some of these games if we want to. So,
It was supposed to be 8, but the Twins athletics game got canceled.
Yep. But before we get into the video, you guys know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel below if you haven't already. And turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with the video here at Earl Sports Bets. You can also follow us on our social media. Alright. There. There it is.
New camera.
New camera, so... At Bets Earl on Twitter, at Earl Sports Bets on Instagram. You can also join our Discord chat if you want to join that. The link to that is in the description of the video down below. If I can talk this morning, we also have merch if you want to help support the channel that way. The link to that will also be in the description of the video down below. We're also running a contest for our $25 contest still. We still have 11 days left in it. Our leader is still Wheezy, as he's taking a little bit of a lead now, up 6.95 units. But, as you guys know, it's still not too late to hop on in. Give us your best bet in the comment section below for all three, with our MLB, our NHL, and our NBA videos. And you guys, if you do that for the next few days, you can potentially get a hot streak going and pass Wheezy here on the top. But it's still anyone's game, so... hopefully you guys can just put in your picks, and hopefully you guys can climb to the top, and you guys can win $25. It's free. Why not? So all you gotta do is put that in the comment section below.
And then make sure you subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to ESB Shorts. Link to that's in the description below. And be following either our Instagram or our Twitter so we have a way to contact you when you win.
All right, now it's time to get into our slate. Why don't we? Starting it off with our first game here, we got the Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox. Minus 114 for Chicago, plus 104 for the Red Sox. Lucas Giolito versus Nathan Eovaldi. Your thoughts on this one?
I'm really high on Lucas Giolito this year. It's just, he is still my favorite for the Cy Young. Calling off a really good game. Unfortunately, he got a no decision. He went 8 shutout innings, 7 shutout innings,
7 shutouts,
7 shutout innings, and unfortunately, on the other side of that matchup was Shane Bieber going 9 shutout innings. So he is a dominant pitcher, and then going up against Nathan Eovaldi, who hasn't really been as impressive, but can still get the job done. I'm favoring Chicago. I'm really favoring Chicago in this matchup. I actually have 2 bets for this one. I have them first 5 on the run line, and then I also have them full game. So I got the plus 110, and I got the minus 114. I'm high on the White Sox today. I think they're going to have a good shot at winning.
Yeah, I'm on the same page there. I'm going with the first 5. Minus half a run at plus 110 as well. I like Lucas Giolito. I think there's a huge pitching advantage in this matchup with Giolito versus Eovaldi. Both pitchers have looked good this year. Lucas Giolito in 3 appearances has gone 17 and 2/3 innings, only allowing 5 runs on 9 hits, striking out 26 batters. So he's looked pretty good so far this year. He has a 1-0 record, 2.55 ERA, 0.79 WHIP. So he's keeping that WHIP under 1. And going up against Nathan Eovaldi, 2.08 ERA, 2-1 record, 14 strikeouts, 9.92 WHIP. In 17 of the third innings, he's allowed 4 runs on 12 hits and struck out 14 batters. So he's looked good as well. I lean towards the under as well in this game, but I'm going with the first 5 minus a half for the Chicago White Sox in this game. Our next game here is the St. Louis Cardinals and the Washington Nationals. Minus 113 for the Cardinals, plus 103 for the Nationals. And looking at this game, we have Jack Flaherty versus Joe Ross in this matchup. And surprisingly, I kind of like Joe Ross in this matchup. Joe Ross has looked really good in his first 2 starts, 11 innings, no earned runs on only 6 hits allowed, 9 strikeouts. He has walked 3 batters. He doesn't go too far in games, only 89 and 67 pitches in his first 2 games. But Joe Ross has looked pretty good so far this year. And then Jack Flaherty, he's 2-0 with a 4.11 ERA, allowed 16 hits, 1.04 whip, or 16 strikeouts, my bad. Allowing 7 earned runs on 10 hits, but 6 of those earned runs were in the opening game versus Cincinnati, so that's something to keep in mind. But I like the Nationals in this spot. I bet them at plus 110. I'm still okay with them at plus 103. I don't mind this matchup for them. I'm not super high on Jack Flaherty right now, so I'm going to be going with the Nationals here, plus 103 versus the St. Louis Cardinals.
I think you should be a little bit higher on Flaherty. I'm taking the Cardinals minus 113 in this one. Yes, Flaherty has his 4.11 ERA this year, but 6 of those runs were on opening day. So it was first day of the year, jitters, get back into the grind of things. Since then, he's gone 11 innings, only allowing 1 run on 4 hits through 11 innings. So he has been quite dominant the last 2 starts that he's done. I think he can keep it up against a Washington Nationals team that still is having a little bit of COVID issues, and I think the Cardinals get the job done today. I'm grabbing them minus 113 against the Cardinals. I think Ross is due for regression. Yes, he did go up against St. Louis and LA, but he's due for regression. This might be his dropout game.
All right. Our next game here is the San Francisco Giants and the Philadelphia Phillies. Kevin Gausman takes on Chase Anderson, minus 108, minus 102. Basically a pick 'em on this over-under of 8.5 runs. Where are you looking in this game?
I'm not looking at any sides, but after talking with Higgs and stuff last night, I'm grabbing the under. The Giants have just been an under machine this year. I think like 5 out of their last 6 games are under or something in that nature. They can't score. Their offense is non-existent. And Philadelphia is not really a high-scoring team either. So even with just Gausman and Anderson on the mound, I think both of those pitchers can have a good game. I'm grabbing the under 8.5 for this one.
Yeah, I totally agree with you here. I'm not betting it, though. This game is a stay away from me. And the only thing keeping me away from that under 8.5 is Chase Anderson. I'm not a huge fan of him, plus Philadelphia does play a little bit more towards the overs in their ballpark. And the Phillies are the side I was looking at, but I didn't end up betting. I feel like the Gausman's a little bit too much of a matchup for this Phillies team, so I was staying away. They're a much better home team than they are a road team, so it's going to be a pass for me between these 2 teams, and we'll move on to the next game, which we're getting Tampa Bay versus the Kansas City Royals, minus 121 for the Royals, plus 111 for the Rays. We're getting Josh Fleming versus Danny Duffy for this matchup. Josh Fleming's most likely just going to be the opener, I'm assuming, because he went 5 innings his last start, so he could be an actual starter. And where I'm looking in this matchup is I like the first 5 here. I like this Tampa Bay team in this game. I feel like there's value on them, but I don't trust that bullpen at the moment. So I'm going to go first 5 and just need 5 good innings out of Fleming, and then he can hand it over to the bullpen. They can do whatever they want, and I'll just let the first 5 cash here, plus 105. I feel like because also Kansas City has a much better bullpen than Tampa Bay, so I don't want it being tied or a 1-run lead for Tampa heading into the bullpen where they can easily blow it. So I'm taking Tampa Bay first 5 plus 105 for this game.
This one's a fade for me. Just didn't get onto either one of the sides. If anything, I'll probably lean a little bit towards Tampa Bay. But in this one, I think that the bullpen game, well, you said Fleming went 5, so maybe it might not be a bullpen game. You never know with the Rays. They've been iffy this year. They did just come off of a sweep against the Yankees, so they are coming off a hot streak. Kansas City, I believe, is coming off of 2 straight wins as well. So this one is one that I'm just going to stay away from. Both these two teams are on winning streaks, and if anything, lean towards Tampa Bay.
All right, our next game here is going to be the Texas Rangers and the LA Angels. Minus 218 for the Angels, plus 198 for the Rangers. Over under of 8 runs for this one. We're getting Kohei Arihara versus Dylan Bundy for this matchup. What's your thoughts on this one?
This one's a stay away game for me as well. There's no way I'm laying minus $2 on an Angels team. With Bundy on the mound. I think that's a little bit ridiculous. And I'm not going to be interested in going after Texas at plus 189. About 98, sorry. It's just not a spot that I want to really get to. If anything, look at maybe like the over, but this one's just going to be a pass for me, and I'll have plays for the next 2 games.
Yeah, for me, looking at this game, it's a lean towards the Texas Rangers. If I can get that above a plus $2 price tag for the Rangers here, I'll probably look to take a stab at them. But I've already have enough plays on this card so far, so I'm not going to just be adding the Rangers on just to add the Rangers on. But I do see some value here. I have this game lined at a 177, so if you guys want to take Texas, that's where I lean, and I'll probably end up betting them sometime later in the day if I can get them over plus 200. Maybe first 5 could be a possibility. Hoping for a little bit of a decent start from Kohei Arihara. You can get them plus 195. Or you can say if they're tied at the end of the 5th inning, plus 120. So I can see that definitely. But I like the Rangers in this matchup more than I like the Angels. I believe the Angels are going to be missing a player here. I believe they're without Rendon. That's who they're without. They're without Rendon and Fowler. So that could be an interesting case for them. So I lean towards the Rangers. I'll probably end up betting them later, but no action for me right now. All right, our next game here is going to be the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres. Minus 149 for the Padres, plus 138 for the Brewers. Over under of 6.5 runs for this one now. Kind of like the over now. But it's going to be Brandon Woodruff versus Joe Musgrove in this matchup. And looking at this game, I'm on Seattle. Oh, wait, no, wrong game. I'm on Milwaukee. And I'm looking at them first 5 and full game. This is a Milwaukee team that's coming in off of a couple losses, I believe, against Pittsburgh. But they're now going to be heading to San Diego to take on a Padres team that was just playing the most important series of their season to date. And I feel like this is a letdown spot for the Padres after a big win yesterday. I like the Milwaukee Brewers here. First 5 at plus 126 and full game at plus 138. I really like Woodruff. I'm not a huge fan on Musgrove, but I feel like he can be a really good pitcher in this league. But I'm on Milwaukee first 5 and full game.
Well, yeah, of course he's going to be a good pitcher. He just threw in a hitter. But
you're a good pitcher.
Yeah, sure.
Good game.
I'm agreeing with the Boston Brewers. Milwaukee Brewers on this one, plus 138. I'm high on Woodruff. He had a bad opening day start where he allowed up 3 runs on 6 hits and 4 innings. Since then, he's gone 13 innings with 1 run and 4 hits and only 1 walk, striking out 14 batters in those 13 innings. So he's been pretty good. And yeah, Padres are coming off of a series against the Dodgers where they're adrenaline rushing, and it's just a complete letdown spot for them. I think Milwaukee comes in here and probably wins the series. So I'm going to be grabbing Milwaukee at least for the first game, plus 138.
All right, and we're going to head to our final game now, which I kind of spoiled for me, but we have the LA Dodgers and the Seattle Mariners. Minus 195 for the Dodgers, plus 179 for the Mariners now. We're getting Dustin May versus Justice Sheffield for this matchup. Your thoughts on this last game?
I'm going to be having 2 bets on this one. I do like Seattle. I'm a fan of Seattle on this game. And it makes it a lot easier because the Dodgers lost yesterday to the Padres, so that Dodgers are not coming in winning 8 straight, 9 straight, whatever the number would have been. And I feel like it's going to be a very similar situation to the Padres. They're going to be in a letdown spot. They just came off of a big series against the Padres. By far going to be their biggest rival of the year. And it should be just a complete letdown spot. I have Seattle. And then I actually just threw in a bet. I'm going over 8 in this one. These two teams, it's not like we're getting Kershaw or Walker Buehler or Trevor Bauer on the mound. We're getting Dustin May. And I think with how scrappy the Seattle team is, a 4-4 game is not impractical. I'm going to be going after the over in this one as well. So going to grab those 2 bets in today's game between the Dodgers and Seattle.
And not to mention, Seattle has a slight bullpen advantage as well. For me, I'm going with the Seattle full game in this one. This was the first bet I made. Unfortunately, I bet it at plus 175, so I missed the 4-cent live movement. No big deal, though. But I like Seattle in the spot. They're staying at home. They're going up against an LA team that played yesterday in San Diego, is traveling up to Seattle today. Mariners have the 6th best bullpen in the league right now, and they're playing really well. I believe they're 10-5 at the moment. So this is a really
10-6.
10-6. It's the first place Mariners right now, which is incredible to say. But I like the Mariners in this spot. I feel like this is just a good spot for them. And plus, this is another one of those. We're playing the Dodgers, so we're going to give them our best effort. And I don't hate Jesus Sheffield at all. He has a little bit of a struggle so far to his season, but he's only pitched in 1 game. Where he gave up 4 earned runs on 8 hits in 5 innings. Struck out 5 batters, but I can see a good showing for Sheffield in this one. I like the Mariners plus 179 in this matchup. All right, quick recap over our plays for today, and then we're going to head on out for this one. We got I'll start it off. I got the Chicago White Sox minus a half at plus 110 in the first 5. I also have the Rays and the Brewers in the first 5 as well. And then I doubled up and went Brewers full game. I have the Seattle Mariners. Oh, the Washington Nationals are now minus 103. I'm actually going to take them off. There's no more value on that line, so I'm taking Washington off as a play for me today. I bet him at plus 110, but I'm not going to bet him at minus 103, and I'm not going to give it out as a play. So you guys do it. So pass on that game. So I have just Chicago first 5 minus a half plus 110, Tampa Bay and Milwaukee first 5 money lines, Milwaukee full game money line, and Seattle money line.
I grabbed Chicago full game and first 5 run line. I grabbed St. Louis at minus 107. I got the under in the Giants-Phillies game. I've got the plus 138 on the Brewers. I got the plus 179 and the over 8 on that Dodgers-Mariners game.
Alrighty, let's come on. There we go. Alrighty, let me add in your Seattle over as well.
But that's going to wrap it up for the video. Once again, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, like the video, help us grow our audience. And if you guys are not subscribed to the Shorts channel, we'll be doing 1 pick for basketball, baseball, and hockey every single day if you guys don't have time to watch a complete video. So go ahead over and subscribe to that as well. And anything else you got?
That's going to just about do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe as always. And let's cash some bets. Let's make some money in the MLB today. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.